Hello and welcome to the creation of a CL adjustment transaction or CLADJ using copy forward in AZ360. We will be demonstrating this process in one of our test environments and the screen has been zoomed in for optimal viewing. In our current training scenario, a receivable transaction was sent to collections, deemed uncollectible, and must be written off. We will create a CLADJ transaction using the copy forward feature from the original CL transaction. To get started, we will locate the original approved CL transaction. Note that we will be moving rather quickly through these steps in order to conserve time and because the process has been demonstrated in earlier tutorial videos. In the Jump To field, we will enter CL and then select Referral to Collection from the drop-down. On the financial transaction page that generates, we will enter our department number or 3-digit code, ADA. And in the ID field, we will enter 23 wildcard * 26. Okay, click Search. The CL transaction will generate in the grid at the bottom of the screen. Click the ID hyperlink to open the transaction. Clicking the page 3-dot menu and under Primary Actions, we'll click Copy Forward. Okay, ensure under the Target Transaction Code column header that CLADJ is selected and then scroll down to the bottom of the page. We'll enter our department number and then check off the auto numbering checkbox. Click OK to proceed. A new CLADJ transaction will then generate. Note that the version number is 1. It is in draft phase. The function is new and the status is held. Okay. On the header tab of the transaction, we will verify that the transaction total is 0, and in the bank account field we will type in BK01. We'll then navigate to the vendor tab. We will observe the values that inferred from the CL, that copied forward from the CL. And we will enter a new line. We will leave the vendor field blank. In the line amount field, we will enter the amount from the first line, but as a negative. So the line amount on the first line is 50, so we will enter -50. Okay, we'll then proceed to the accounting line, or accounting tab rather. We will add a new accounting line by clicking the plus sign in the tab level action section. In the line amount field, we will use that same negative amount that we entered previously, so that will be -50. In the department field, we will enter ADA. Our fund number will be AD3015. I'm going to be tabbing now over to our appropriation unit, AD19000. The revenue field we'll be using is 4650. Keep in mind that 4650 is a contra revenue source and is used if the transaction is approved by the Joint Legislative Budget Committee, JLBC, on their insufficient funds write-off list. When 4650 is used, it will route to the GAO for final approval. Lastly, the GAO 21 form will be required to be attached to the CLADJ for GAO review. We will not be attaching that document in this scenario, but again, that would be a requirement in production for our users. Okay, we'll move over to the function field and type in BSD00191000. And in the unit field, we will enter 4801. Okay, we're going to go ahead and validate the transaction to check for errors. Okay, we do, again, like with one of our earlier examples, we have a soft or non-blocking alert saying the reference line is in legal action or dispute. It is not the red stop sign. It will not stop the transaction from being submitted to the next line approver. So go ahead and click Submit. And we have completed the creation of a CL adjustment transaction using copy forward in AZ360. Go ahead and click the home icon to return to the home page.